Our next inductee this evening is an individual who served as a PGA professional for over 50 years, Tony Loch. And he is going to be introduced by his son, Tim, PGA professional at Kachiko Country Club.
On behalf of the New England PGA, the New Hampshire chapter of the PGA, and the New Hampshire Golf Association, I'd like to welcome friends, family. I'd like to congratulate all the inductees tonight. Yours is an honor well deserved. What can I say about my dad, Tony Loch? Well, I will say this. He wishes he was up here right now giving this speech. If you know Tony, you know what I'm talking about. Tony came from very humble beginnings as a young broke kid who started caddying at Exeter Country Club in 1939 at the age of 9. His older brother Joe told him the golf course was a great place to meet the right kind of people and earn some decent money. His brother Frank was also a caddy, and his brother Mike soon joined the ranks, so the Loch family was well represented at Exeter Country Club. As all caddies do, Tony started playing golf with his brothers and other caddies, eventually going on to win the club championship at Exeter in 1950, 52, and 53. In 1954, he was hired as a head professional at Claremont Country Club, where he worked for 3 seasons, until a great opportunity presented itself at a newly constructed golf course in Greenland, New Hampshire. Tony was approached by a few board members of that club. They offered him the position. He accepted. So in 1957, Portsmouth Country Club became Tony Loch's home course for the next 34 years. And his name is still synonymous with that course even to this day. Tony obtained his Class A license, his PGA Class A in 1959, and he was instrumental in starting the New Hampshire chapter in 1962. An accomplished player in his own right, Tony was the winner of more than 100 Pro-Ams throughout New England and the New Hampshire chapter, including the New Hampshire chapter champion in 1977 and 1984. Tony was named PGA Professional of the Year in New Hampshire by his peers in 1978. A few of his more rewarding golf accomplishments were a 1965 4-ball match right here at Manchester Country Club, where Tony and then state champ Warren Tibbetts beat tour players Bob Charles and Bruce Devlin. He talked about that for years. He won a pro press tournament in which his partner was my brother Bob. He won the Pro Wife Championship 3 years in a row with my mom Sheila. And in one of those victories, they shot a 9-hole alternate shot score of 32. In 1981, he and his fellow golf enthusiasts from the Seacoast, Walt Jackson, John Bottomley, and Champ Ballard, formed the Seacoast Amateur, which is still one of the premier New Hampshire golf events. He was also very proud of his annual Pro Celebrity Tournament that he ran for 12 years at Portsmouth Country Club, where he was able to get many of the day's Boston sports legends to play in his fundraiser. Tony retired from golf at Portsmouth in 1991 and then went on for 4 years as the GM at Pease Golf Course, where he used his expertise in the golf industry to get the former military golf course up and running as a thriving public course. Pease Golf Course was actually the original Portsmouth Country Club, so that was more than fitting for him. After his retirement, I was fortunate enough to be with him one day when he shot his age at Kachiko Country Club, shooting a 74 from the blue tees. Amidst this illustrious career of accomplishments, can I also mention that along the way he fathered 10 children. And I'd like to introduce my mom, Sheila, right over there. Hey, Mom. She is a saint. They're also the proud grandparents of 24 grandkids and 28 great-grandkids. So I don't need to mention my dad's also a devout Catholic. Everybody knows Tony. And I'm still reminded of that to this day. They called me Tony just earlier. That's been happening to me my whole life. I'm also reminded of his many acts of kindness to others. People come up to me quite often and tell me of something nice that Tony did for them somewhere along the lines in the world of golf. I'm also reminded of his unique ability to remember people's names, which is a very wonderful talent. He doesn't golf anymore. He's happier hunting his golf balls. I'd like to close with a phrase that my dad told us countless times when we were growing up. He said, show up, be on time, and work hard, and you'll always have a job. And it's my sincere pleasure to induct my dad, Tony Loch, into the 2018 New Hampshire Golf Hall of Fame.